Today, I'm going to be ranking the Mission Impossible films in a tier list, so let's get on with it. So, the categories are GOAT for the greatest Mission Impossible film of all time. I'm going to limit myself to just one film in here. Great, good, bad, and this film doesn't exist. I do not believe this is a Mission Impossible film. So we're going to do this in film order, starting off with Mission Impossible 1, which I'm going to say is good. I think it was a good film. It's an enjoyable film. Obviously, some of the CGI looks pretty aged nowadays, but it has been 30 years. But overall, I'd say it's a good film. It has a good storyline. It does keep you guessing the first time you're watching it, oh, are they good, are they bad? And obviously it has some crazy stunts. Obviously we get to see them steal the CIA agents on that wire. That scene is so cool. But for me, overall, I would say this one is just good. Then we move on to Mission Impossible 2, which I'm gonna say is bad. Now, I may be misremembering this, as I think I've only seen it once. I tend to go back and watch all of the other Mission Impossible films, but with this one, for some reason, I just don't ever want to rewatch it. So I don't know if I'm just misremembering it and thinking it's worse than it actually is, and actually it's a great movie. So if it is a great movie, let me know in the comments and I'll just have to rewatch it. But for me, off my remembrance and the fact that I do not want to watch it again, I'm gonna say bad. Then we come to Mission Impossible 3, which I am gonna say is the GOAT film of the Mission Impossible franchise. Now, this may be to do with nostalgia more than anything else. So this was actually the first Mission Impossible film I ever watched. I remember it was on Channel 4 one time, and I was flicking through the channels and I came across it and I was absolutely hooked. I must have been maybe 9 or 10, and I just remember just sitting there glued to the screen. I did not want to move because this film was so awesome. It's also the first film that Benji's in, which he's become my favorite Mission Impossible character. He's so funny, Simon Pegg, in it, and adds so much to it. But the storyline of this one's great. Obviously, Darvian is a great bad guy. You get to see Ethan's wife come in for a first time, and Ethan really have to save her, doing everything he can to save the mission, but also his wife. But if the mission has to be compromised to save his wife, he's going to do that. It has so many twists, and for me, it's definitely the GOAT Mission Impossible film. Then we come to Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which I am going to say is great. I really enjoyed this film. I really like the stunts in this one as well, especially the bits outside the Burj Khalifa. I'm such a fan of the Burj Khalifa as a building. I just think it's such a marvel that human beings have built a building so tall. But then to see Tom Cruise doing what Tom Cruise does best and literally just jumping out the side, running along the side of it, was amazing. Then the rest of the film plot is fantastic. You have Jeremy Renner's character, what's he called? It's gonna bug me, I can't remember. His character thinking he's ruined Ethan's life and he's killed his wife, but really he hasn't, and seeing their dynamic is really interesting. The team as a whole is great. I can't remember what the girl's called, but she's fantastic. Obviously Benji is elite in this, and it's the first time he has a major role, and just the whole plot of Ghost Protocol is really good, and the locations it takes you to. So for me, it's great, and this is one of the ones I have definitely watched so many times, and every time I watch it, it's still super enjoyable. Then we come to Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which I'm gonna say good. I don't think it's bad, but it's not brilliant. If there was a meh category, I'd probably put it in meh. It's just kind of there. I'm not such a big fan. It does a lot of introduction of characters that will become more important in Fallout, but for me, it was just good. Nothing really too standy out about it. Then we come to Mission Impossible Fallout, which I'm going to say is great. I think Henry Cavill as the bad guy is fantastic. He is so good as John Locke. Obviously, there was a whole mystery throughout the film of who John Locke is, and then the reveal at the end that it's Henry Cavill is fantastic. Also, the locations are great. Some of the stunts are fantastic. Other than the parachute jump at the end, I think there's a bit too much CGI at the end of that, but the actual stunt they did to do that in the first place was fantastic. But yeah, the story's great, especially at the end when you see Ethan's wife as well, and they've got to stop the bombs. It's absolutely fantastic. It's total Mission Impossible-ness, and so for me, it goes into great. Then we come to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Well, it was called Part 1 when it was released. It's now just called Dead Reckoning. For me, this one was between good and great, but I think it just sneaks into great. I think it was a really good setup for the second part, the finale we got. It introduces us to Grace, who is a fantastic addition, and she is definitely the best in both the final two films. We get all these deals going on, we get to learn about this entity. Yeah, great locations, great stunts. I really enjoyed the bike jump stunt, that was fantastic, and the bits on the train. So for me, this one has to be great. Then we come to the final one, which is The Final Reckoning, which I am gonna say is good. I found this film to be at points just too long. Now obviously it is the longest Mission Impossible film we've had at nearly 3 hours, and I've got to say, watching it in the cinema, by the end of the film I was absolutely dying for the loo, because obviously you don't want to leave the cinema, and I was in a cinema where also like the seats, those stairs only on one side, and so I was crammed into like near the wall of the other side, so I would have had to go through a whole row, which were just, you don't want to do, but also I didn't want to miss it. But as soon as the credits came up, you better believe I was sprinting faster than Usain Bolt has ever sprinted to that toilet. I was just like, I don't know, like, I was like, wham, gone, because I was just so desperate. But so yeah, it was long, so I was obviously needing the loo by the end. But I just think they could have maybe cut some of the action scenes a bit, like the bits in the submarine underwater. Like, it's cool to see, but maybe just cut that by 5 minutes. The plane at the end again, that could have been cut by 5 minutes. There's just bits that obviously they were trying to show how cool these stunts were, and you were literally seeing the full versions of everything. But I just think maybe cut it down slightly, and instead of it being a 3-hour film, maybe 2.5-hour film or a 2-hour film, maybe it would have been better. But overall the story was good, and it was a good ending. It did some good homage to the earlier films as well, bringing in like the fact that the rabbit's foot now was actually the entity early on, really linking it together was really good. But overall I'd say good, not great. So that is how I would rank the Mission Impossible films. Do you agree with my list? Do you not? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments.